New business owners often have a lot of questions about the differences between a registered business name and an incorporated company limited by shares, and which of these best suits their business needs. In light of these facts, some of the differences between a business name and a company limited by liability will be discussed in this video. This is CNV Advisory, and my name is Prosper Whitestone. A company limited by shares is required to have a director and shareholders, while a business name is only required to have a proprietor or partners. A company limited by shares is a separate legal entity that is distinct from its shareholders and directors. It can sue and be sued. Own properties and other assets in its corporate name. A business name, on the other hand, has no distinct legal personality from the owner and can sue or be sued only in the name of the owner of such business. A company limited by shares is a taxable legal person and pays its tax to the Federal Inland Revenue Services, FIRS, in its corporate name under the Companies Income Tax Act. A business name does not pay to the FIRS, rather, it is the proprietor of such a business that is required to pay tax under the Personal Income Tax Act of the State Board of Internal Revenue. A company limited by shares acquires a legal personality upon incorporation. The liability of the shareholders of the company are limited by the numbers of shares that have been allotted to such shareholders that have not been paid for in the event of winding up. That means shutting down of the company. What this means is that if the company has debts or liabilities, the debtor cannot go after the personal assets of the shareholders of the company, as they are only liable to pay for the numbers of shares that have been allotted to them that have not been paid for. However, if a registered business name goes bankrupt or runs into debt, the debtor can sue and recover the money from their personal assets of the owner of such a business. A company limited by shares obtains its certificate of incorporation and other documents such as memorandum and articles of association upon registration with the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC. This is important as most organizations and government agencies require this document to award contracts or to do business with a company. A business name, on the other hand, obtains a certificate of registration of business name, an application or registration of business. It is limited in capacity to bid for big contracts from government agencies or other companies. A company limited by shares can have a maximum of 50 shareholders, while a business name can have a maximum of 20 partners, except from law and accounting firms. A company limited by shares is required to file returns at the CAC and hold annual general meetings, while a business name is not required to hold general meetings before reaching its decisions. A company limited by shares can obtain a loan in the name of the company and can also raise funds by issuing its shares to private investors. A business name does not have shares and is mostly funded from the personal funds of the owner. A company limited by shares is appropriate for medium scale to large scale business, while a business name is appropriate for small scale to medium scale business. A limited company may choose to go public and be converted to public limited company, what you know as PLC, whereas a business name can only be converted to a limited liability company. A business name is automatically dissolved upon the death of its founder, unless they are surviving partners to carry on the business. But a limited liability company cannot be dissolved upon the death of the shareholder. The director of the company will continue to carry on the business upon the demise of any shareholder or director. And where the company has a single director or shareholder that died, the family of such person can apply for a letter of administration or probate to take over the shares of the company and appoint a new director. A limited liability company will not be dissolved until it has been officially wound up with the CAC in accordance with the law. Finally, all of the above mentioned are distinction between a business name and a company limited by shares. However, it is important to know that there is a similarity between the two forms of business entities. In line with the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, the law governing business formations in Nigeria, either the company or business name can be set up by just a single person. I know you've learned and you've been educated by the content of this video. For more quality videos and educating video as this, please follow us on all our social media platforms at CNV Advisory. Thank you. Till I come your way next time, I remain Prosper Whitestone.